Well, joining me now is Priya, a registered dietitian specialising in eating disorders and also spokesperson for the British Dietetic Association. Thank you very much for joining us on BBC News this afternoon. DNP, I wonder if you could tell us a little bit more about that. Is this something that you have come across in your work?
It's something that definitely has been on the rise. More young people have been taking it. It's something that you can't buy in this country, I understand, which is good. But people have been buying it from abroad, and it's very dangerous.
What is the psychology of people thinking that they can... we all want the quick, easy route, don't we? The less effort put into something, the better. But I wonder if you could just take us through the psychology of these magic solutions, of thinking that a pill can fix everything.
I think you're entirely right. Everyone wants the quick solution, and we are sold this idea that we need to be slim in order to be beautiful. Thin is beautiful is the wording that's used. We've got social media and celebrities and all kinds of messaging around us telling us that's what we need to do in order to be successful. And when people aren't getting instant results through healthy eating and moving their bodies more, they're turning to using these quick fixes such as diet pills and teas and all kinds of things. And actually those can be very, very dangerous and can lead someone through a cycle of disordered eating and into an eating disorder.
How does it start? What is that first? Because many people at the beginning of the year, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to look after my health. Is it the losing weight that's the wrong approach? Are we using the wrong language? Should we be changing, reframing it?
Absolutely. I think language and culture is really important here. And instead of talking about how we need to lose weight and how we need to be thinner, shouldn't we be turning our focus towards being healthier and building healthful practices into our lifestyles, such as getting out for a daily walk, adding more into our diet, such as fruit and vegetables, rather than being restrictive and cutting out whole food groups. And that way we can start to really look after our bodies as a whole, because we know that people who tend to go on diets don't stick to them. These diets don't tend to work long term, but building these long-term practices, such as eating healthily, into our diets and into the way that we live life do tend to work.
How secret is an eating disorder? I mean, when you work with clients or with patients, what do they tell you about eating disorders? Because it is very hidden, isn't it?
It is very hidden. It can be full of shame and guilt and despair. People feel very worthless as well. And sometimes, whilst an eating disorder can seem on the outside like a very bad thing, it's actually bringing those people some sense of perhaps a cure for loneliness, or perhaps it's making them feel like they are accepted in some way. So whilst there obviously are bad things about eating disorders, for people who are trapped in that place at that time, there's also some element of it bringing something good, which is why it's so hard to therefore change the behaviours and stop without the right support.
Who is suffering the worst from this? What are you seeing? Is it particular genders? Is it particular age groups? We've heard about the link to social media as well.
Yeah, definitely social media is causing a big impact, and I think we're seeing that more in the younger generation. And whilst it can seem that it's the case that eating disorders are on the rise in the younger generation, I see it across the board in all genders and through all ages. I've definitely got a rise of ladies who are in their mid-40s to 50s who've been coming out saying that they're struggling more. So I don't think we can say it's just one type of person that is suffering here.
And very quickly, Priya, on the subject of the magic pills, slimming pills, laxative, what's your message to people who are using those at the moment?
Please, please, please stop using them. Don't take them. They are not going to work for you long term. Instead, find someone that you can work with who's going to support you to find a way for you to feel good about yourself, to help your mental health, and find a long-term road to looking after your health.
Okay, Priya, thank you very much indeed. Spokesperson for the British Dietetic Association. Thank you. And if you or someone you know